Hey everybody, it's Jason here. How's everybody doing? So, just a couple announcements. As you already know, or you probably know, that we hit over 250 subscribers. I think we're at 260, somewhere around there. So, thank you everybody for supporting this channel. I really appreciate it. I promised I would do a workshop on Zen Koans. And when I put the registration up, within 2 days it filled up. I wanted to have around 20 people just because we're meeting on Zoom and just to have it to be a little more intimate. If we have too large of a crowd, it's not as engaging, in my opinion. But registration filled up in 2 days. I think we have 26 people, and not everybody shows up. But so I had to close the registration for that. I'm sorry, but there will be recording if you're supporting us, or if you've joined us on Patreon. There will be a recording of that workshop. So that's going to happen Thursday, February 10th. Now, I am doing a live stream on my YouTube channel. It's another thing I promised when we hit 250 subscribers, and that's going to be the Kendra and Jason workshop. Now, there's no registration for that, so if you can make it, that'd be great. That's going to happen on Sunday, February 6th. Is that 6th? 5th or 6th? I think it's 6th. Anyways, it's that Sunday. So Kendra is my wife. Her and I will be doing a live stream, and you can ask questions about anything. It'll be kind of an informal gathering. Just, again, meeting people from around the world. Should be fun. All the live streams I do on my channel are recorded automatically, and you can access those. So I just wanted to give you those announcements. Right now I'm heading to, I'm not even sure where I'm heading to. It's some kind of gardens. I found this place when I was doing one of my Everyday Zen series hikes. And I was coming back and I saw something that said Bamboo Gardens. So I thought that sounded interesting. I'm not sure what this place looks like. I'm not sure how big it is. I don't even know if they allow people to videotape, but that's where I'm heading now. We're gonna check it out. So I'm driving there right now, and I will see you when I get there. All right, well, I made it. I'm not sure how I made it. Google had me kind of passing this place. Maybe I did it. And going around this big mountain. Actually, it was quite beautiful, I have to say, so hope you enjoyed it. Anyways, I'm here. I'm going to figure out where to enter and see what this is all about. Let's go. So, information and gift shop. I guess this is where we pay. Let's take a look. So this is Hakone Garden entrance. All right, let's do this. All right, we just paid $10. We'll see how much that is. It looks like they have a Zazen session here, which is awesome on Sundays. I'll investigate that and let you all know about that. We checked in, got a latch. How do we open this? They gave me a little guide, but I'm going to use the intuition guide. Well, follow arrows on the path. That's pretty simple. That's funny. The arrow, there's an arrow going this way, And then there's an arrow going that way. So we'll take the bigger one. Some classes. They do Zazen meditation on Sundays. They have Qigong classes. Japanese tea ceremony. Some kind of karate. This is very interesting. We have some lanterns. Usually this is what you'll see on the entrance of temples sometimes. Very good entrance. I believe up there is where they do Zazen on Sundays. Looks like bamboo here. I'm not sure if this is the bamboo forest they're talking about. Lots of bamboo, as you know, it grows pretty wild. Masks are required. All right, anything else? Can we film in here? Interesting lanterns here too. What is this? Big rock. I'm sure this has some kind of significance. I'm not much of a museum person. Some quartz. Toto Santos. Obsidian. Alright, I'm getting it. Alright, seems like they make objects from stones. Ken Matsumoto, sculptor.
The beautiful estate, which began with Isabel's signs of inspiration at the Pan Pacific Fair 100 years ago, is now a global destination, open to all.
Looks like a rock garden. You'll see this in Japanese Zen temples. This would make a great Zen hall. This must be where they have the tea ceremony. This whole life is uneven. Must have been an old well at some point, perhaps. Please follow arrows. Yes, this is a pretty interesting area. I'd love to have a temple like this. No arrows. Let's go this way. Watch your step. Good idea. Whew. Haven't done a hike in a while. good to be out in nature again. You know, seeing all that bamboo earlier reminded me of a story. Some of you who work with me with koans know this Zen master, Hyon. It's a very famous koan, Hyon Upper Tree. I'll tell you about that in a second. But when Hyon was a young monk, he visited Zen master Wisong. And Wisong, when he saw this monk, Hyon, recognized him because Hyon studied under Wisong's master. So Wisong saw Hyon and said, I remember you. When somebody asked you one question, you gave 10 answers. And somebody asked 10 questions, you gave 100 answers. You are very smart and have great understanding. And you have a very discriminating mind. But I want to ask you, I just want live words. What was your face before you were born? And Hyon was completely stuck. He couldn't answer. So he ran back to his room. He looked through all the scriptures for this answer. Couldn't find it. All he found were dead words on paper. So Hyon went back to Wisong and said, please teach me. And Zen Master Wisong said, I can't teach you this. Plus, if I told you, you're going to give me a hard time later. So Hyon made a vow to just practice, to look inside, to experience this face before he was born. And he promised not to look at the scriptures for the answer, but to look inside. Hyon found a monastery where he could practice. And during the day, they did working meditation. So he was working out in the fields and found a piece of tile. And he picked up the piece of tile and threw it. And this tile hit a bamboo tree. And when that tile hit the bamboo tree, boom, his mind opened up. And he realized this original nature. Then he bowed towards Zen Master Wisong's monastery and said, your compassion is greater than my parents. And if you would have told me this before, none of this would have happened. And later, Hyon became a great Zen master, as some of you know. And he's the one who created this koan about being up a tree. It's called Hyongan's Upper Tree. So the way we tell it in the Quantum School of Zen is, you are hanging from a tree. Branch, you're hanging by your teeth. Your arms are bound, your legs are bound, you cannot move. And there's somebody under the tree who's asking you a question. Why did Bodhidharma come to China? The problem is if you answer, you're dead. If you don't answer, you evade your duty, and this person asking you the question will kill you. So if you are up the tree, how do you stay alive? So we have this koan to help us with live words. Now, live words doesn't mean just speech. It can also mean action. Once, Zen Master Unmun was near an outhouse, and a student came up and asked, what is Buddha? And Unmun said, dry shit on a stick. So this is an example of alive words. Now, it may seem esoteric, but it's actually quite simple. At that time, there was the stick that they used to clean that outhouse, and it was lying against the outhouse, drying in the sun. So when the student asked, what is Buddha? Unmun, at that second, his mind and the stick, only one thing. That's why he replied, dried shit on a stick. Once the great Zen master Dongsang was weighing flax, And as he was weighing flax, a student also came to him and asked, "What is Buddha?" And at that moment, his mind, the situation, and he replied, 3 pounds of flax. So in Zen, this is what we call live words. It's not about explaining. Now, there's a time and place to explain. There's a time and place to use our understanding to help in the situation. But Zen's all about perceiving our true nature and how do we actually express that in every moment. It's very easy to have this experience of our original nature, but it's very difficult for many people to express it from moment to moment to moment in our lives. How can live words be relevant in our lives, right? So oftentimes in an interview, I might ask a student a question, why do you eat every day? Or why do you practice Zen? Many people will respond, oh, for you. Or, oh, so I can help the world, right? We call this dead words. Now, it's not bad. I'm not saying that. But it doesn't have any action in it, right? So how can our words become action? How can our actions be clear to respond to the moment that's clear and helpful? So many people want to help the world, but how do we actually do that from moment to moment to moment in our lives? This is why we practice koans, right? To make this become alive so it can manifest in our lives so we can help others. You can tell a friend or a loved one or your kids that you love them or you're always there for them. Those are very nice words. But how do you actually express it, right? How do you demonstrate that? This is a very, very significant point in Zen practice. How does our original nature manifest? Zen Master Hyon, before he was a Zen Master, just heard a piece of tile hitting bamboo. The sound in his mind became one, and he woke up from his dream, from all of his understanding. He had a before thinking experience. Sometimes we call it a before thinking mind, or a don't know mind, or a beginner's mind, or enlightened mind, or clear mind. Many different words pointing to this experience. And later, he became a great Zen master, and he has this very important question for all of us to work on. Many people struggle with this koan. So if you're up the tree, how do you stay alive? All right, let me know in the comments, and I'm going to continue walking around. Okay, well, that's it for me for today. I just realized I got a live stream to get to, so I don't want to keep you all hanging. I got to get back home. See you all soon.